Virtual On. Basically, it's Virtual On crack, because the designers had to be on crack to design the controls for this game, making it virtually unplayable. I mean, you have these 2 giant robots, or 6 robots, or whatever it may be, fighting over some moon base that's controlled by 2 alien races who are fighting because there's little purple girls screaming about who sings the best song in the 16-year-old school fair. That about sums it up.
Okay. I agree with everything you said except for the purple girls. So
what's wrong with the purple girls?
Let's check out the footage.
They actually had that going for them.
I'll explain later. Activision, what were you thinking? Now, I played the original game in the arcade. Both versions, Virtual On and Virtual On 2, or whatever this is. Now, the controls are fantastic because you have these 2 sticks and you control, you know, it's good. You have one for lateral movement, one for, you know, blah, 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 okay?
The opposite of lateral, whatever that would be.
Yeah, I don't even, I was drawing a blank there. Anyway, and I played it on the Saturn, and the controls were perfect. It was fantastic, but I don't know what the hell happened here. I just don't get it.
Well, first of all,
Activision be f***ing up your shit.
I think we need a dictionary here. I'm still a little confused on the opposite of lateral, but we'll just move on for that.
Bilateral?
On from that right now.
Bisexual?
That might be it, Dave.
Okay.
The controls of this game were so atrocious that it completely makes null and void any enjoyment we may have gotten out of this game, because it was unplayable. It was just thoroughly confusing.
What's that dictionary?
You couldn't move, you couldn't shoot, you couldn't track onto your enemies, you couldn't lock onto them, you couldn't do anything.
This game really ruins the name of Virtual On. It really does, because it was a good game. I swear to God, I promise you. It was good if you played it in the arcade. But this is really bad.
Well, they have the control scheme for the Dreamcast controller. Literally, if you tried to up with the control scheme, if we went out of our way to say the yellow button would be to move left, the red button, you know, shoots something, the left trigger moves you right. That's really about how confusing this thing is. You can't even turn while you're moving forward. You have to stop.
Because everybody knows the Dreamcast controllers has both directional buttons on the same thumb. Like on the same side of the pad, which makes this impossible because... Which
is why the DualShock controller for Sony is that much better than the Dreamcast controller.
Yeah, if you had like a DualShock controller for this game, it would be perfect because you have, you know, it would be like using the 2 sticks.
This game is not that good. First of all, it's really choppy. The Dreamcast, there was not a good translation from the arcade to the Dreamcast on this. It was very choppy. The replays are atrocious. There's just nothing but... You can just see the processor grinding away half-assed at the graphics. It's not that impressive.
Unfortunately,
there's not enough variety in the characters to keep me excited. They all kind of look the same. There's no cool personalities. Like, you can't have Galvatron versus Optimus Prime versus
and that chick robot doesn't take her shirt off.
Yeah, I can't remember her name. What was her? RC.
Is that it? I don't even know. Mm-hmm. See, that's what I'm so disappointed by. Like, you know, a couple years ago I wouldn't be able to tell you the names of the robots on the Saturn version, but now I don't know.
It's not there's no difference. Okay, one's pink and shoots hearts. Well, you know, whoop you f***ing do. That's gonna make me run out and buy it. I'd like to talk to the people who made Virtual On. This here being an Atari controller. Well, just notice it has one button, one little joystick, which is easy to move. Very simple. I'm not confused yet. Little safety pads in the bottom so it can't slide around your table, and you can get that real arcade feel. And it's got this handy rubber pad here, so when you spill your beer on it, it can't get into the inner working controls of the controller.
The control is the main issue with this game. The graphics are good. You know, there's occasional slowdown, choppiness. I like the graphics. I like the design of the robots.
The design's really cool.
Yeah, the explosions are all like, you know, it's very cartoonish. But the controls just kill it because the original controls in the arcade, you have these 2 joysticks. One controls like this direction, the other one, you know.
It's like motherfucking Blue Thunder and shit.
And there's all kinds of, you know, triggers on there. But when they converted over to the Dreamcast, there's major problems because you only got the one controller. But there are 2, but they're on the same side.
No,
so
but
basically you can have to be like Superman to go like... Psh.
You can configure the 2 buttons to like do something, and then you shoot with your left finger, but you can't turn while moving because you have to kind of reach over.
They have different control settings you can use, but none of them
they all suck.
Are any good.
The biggest problem being you can't turn while you're moving.
The thing I don't understand is that the first Virtual On the Saturn was fantastic.
But I disagree with you on the fact of the graphics. There's a lot of slow lag in this game. When you watch the replays, it's just very jerky. Things are just moving like, you know...
Hey, that was a stylistic choice.
No. No, I'd say the game looks cool. but it's not. It's a mask.
It's a mask, man. Like, we all wear masks to hide.
It's like that cartoon. Remember they had the trucks and they all came out of a volcano and they had little masks that shot like laser beams and shit out of them?
Those guys were cool.